Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to the latest episode of iPad Focus. Apple's WWDC has finally arrived, and we're diving in to explore what was announced for iOS 26, macOS 26, and iPadOS 26. So let's get straight into it. The Mac saw some serious updates this year, with significant changes to macOS Big Sur. William Gallagher, your host, sat down with me to go through the announcements and what they mean for users. One of the biggest surprises was the shift from Monterey to Big Sur as our main desktop OS. Apple has explained that it's a step towards a more streamlined user experience, allowing developers to create more flexible and dynamic apps. But that wasn't all. Apple also introduced a new version of Safari, which looks like the future of web browsing. This new version uses AI-driven technologies to block ads and protect users from malicious content. Another key update is the return of widgets on macOS Big Sur. These small tiles can now be embedded directly into the home screen, making it easier for users to access frequently used apps. However, not all updates were met with enthusiasm. Some users felt that the Mac's focus was too much on the iPhone. This isn't entirely surprising, given Apple's history of integrating iOS features into macOS. But one thing is clear: Apple wants its customers to think of their entire ecosystem as a seamless whole. But what about iPadOS 26? As it turns out, the updates are a bit more subtle. Apple introduced some new accessibility features and tweaks to the Photos app. Oh, and did we mention that there's now an option to use your iPhone as a mouse on macOS? Of course, with any major software update comes risks, like beta testing. If you're feeling brave or just love experimenting, head into the beta section of the App Store to give it a try. On a more serious note, one thing that stood out from this year's WWDC was Apple's renewed focus on artificial intelligence. From Siri to Face ID, Apple wants to make sure its customers feel like they're being looked after, and we can't wait to see how these technologies unfold in the months to come. That's all for today's episode of iPad Focus. Thanks for tuning in to our coverage of WWDC 2024. Stay tuned for more news, updates, and analysis from Apple. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for ad-free episodes and support us on Patreon if you'd like to hear the extended version.